Good afternoon to all of you. So I think I am audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay. So after a long time, we are having our classes. Due to some reason, it was suspended. So we'll not waste much time, and we'll start our class. And in the last of a few classes, we have discussed about the various web technologies of Java and PHP. This type of things we have discussed. Now, considering this particular part, now we are going to discuss about the topic of MySQL. We all have the concept of this MySQL and the particular things. So, what is database? What is related to this? This is known to all of you. Now, here, what we are going to study is that how SQL can be connected with our PHP. PHP is a language, scripting language. We all know that. Now, while we are having some website also, so now in the background there are some databases are connected to store the data and to work on those particular data. So how this PHP and MySQL or the database we can say are interconnected with each other, we are going to discuss in today's part. So what is this? The thing is that by with the help of MySQL or any database software, we can execute these various type of commands. So this relation between the PHP and the MySQL will help us to execute the commands or various MySQL or database commands. So this PHP, which is our scripting language, it provides the various built-in functions that actually helps us for executing or run the commands of databases into our PHP page. So this PHP and this database are always in a relation with each other, interconnecting with each other for the processes of the data in the databases. Now, what are the functions? What are the various PHP functions are present here that helps us to integrate with PHP and the MySQL? Okay, so first one we can see here, the thing is MySQL Connect. MySQL Connect function. So here this MySQL Connect function, it access the data in the database. This MySQL Connect. So connect, this particular word we can understand that it will connect the database or MySQL with our PHP scripting language. So here we can access the data in a database. We can create a connection into our database. So two things can be done with the help of this MySQL Connect. First one, we can access the data in the database and we can create a connection into the database. Also, we can say that these functions, this MySQL Connect functions establishes the connection of PHP with MySQL server. As I said, that PHP and MySQL servers are interconnected, and with the help of this MySQL Connect function, with the help of this MySQL Connect function, we can interconnect or establish a connection between this particular scripting language and the database languages. So first, we can create or establish a connection, and second one, we can say that we can access the data. So for accessing the data, we have a connection here in the database. So what are the syntax? We can see here present the what are the syntax of MySQL Connect function. That is that MySQL Connect, inside the functions we can write the name of the server, such as server name, the username, and the password. So these three things are required: server name, username, and the password to access that particular database. Server name, what is present in the server name? It indicates the name of the SQL server. So in the server name, so there are three parts: server name, username, and the password. So server name, it indicates the name of MySQL server with we want to establish a connection. So there can be several type of MySQL database connection. Now, with the help of this server name, we can identify that to which particular server or to which particular MySQL server we want to establish a connection. So which is actually needed for the data processing. So server name, it indicates the name of the server, MySQL server, with which we want to establish this particular connection. Username, the second one, we can say the username. The username indicates the name of the user. It indicates the name of the user which you can log onto the MySQL server. So after connecting to the server, there we need some username that is actually logs to the MySQL server. So here the default value is the name of the user that owns the server process. So basically we always have the name, and that is with the generally the username and password. So after connecting to the MySQL server, and after typing the username, there will be a password required for the authentication process. So here this password will help us to authenticate to that particular server, because if we don't have this type of authentication, then anybody can access that particular server and the data can be modified or data can be tempered, we can say. So that's why the authentication is required here. So password, the user which is actually logged into the MySQL server. So these three things are required: server name, username, and password. These three things are required for the connect or MySQL connect, we can say. For the connect or MySQL connect, we can say here. So if connection establishes successfully with the MySQL server, if this connection establishes successfully with the MySQL server, then the function returns the true value. Otherwise, it will return some false. So connection, after establishing a connection with the MySQL server with this particular server name, username, and the password, and if all the things are actually correct, and if the authentication is actually true, then we can connect, or if the server, the function will return a true value, otherwise it will return false. So three things we need to know is server name, username, and the password. These three things we need to know so that we can connect with the MySQL server, it will return a true value. So here an example is given, we can say, or we can check it here, that what is the example. So first of all, the connection is created. We can see that dollar connection is given, that is MySQL connect. This is my function, MySQL connect, then the server name, localhost, then the username, the root, and password. It is not actually given any. So default password, as we can see here, that the double inverted comma, it is blank. So my connect as MySQL connect function, the localhost, the root. If the connection, so here the dollar connection, which is actually holding some value. What value it is holding? The MySQL connect, the particular localhost, root, and the whatever the passwords, these three particular values it is holding into the connection, dollar connection part. So this dollar connection, if it is true, then we can say that echo connect with my SQL. So if the value is true, if all the things are true, then we can connect with the MySQL. Otherwise, else echo could not connect to the database. So this is a simple if-else language program where if the condition is true, then it is correct. Otherwise, it is false. So MySQL connect, it is the example it is given, the writing the server name, the username, and the password. And if the connection is true, then we are connecting with our MySQL server. Then we are connecting with our MySQL server, else we cannot connect. So this is a simple example we can see here, right? Now, after this MySQL connection, we have connected with our MySQL. So we are considering that all the values are true and we have connected with our MySQL database server. Now, the second function it is working here, that is the MySQL select database function. MySQL select database or DB function. What is the purpose of this particular function? That these functions allows us to select the database from the list of MySQL server database. This functions allows us to select databases from the MySQL server database. So MySQL database selecting some values, the database from the list of MySQL server. So here a syntax is given, that MySQL select DB, then the database name and the connection name. The database name and the connection name, these are my parameters. So parameter number one, database name, it is actually saying or indicating that the name of the databases that we want to select. So MySQL select database, we can see that database name, it indicates the name of the database we want to select. And second one, the connection name, that indicates with the name of the variable that is used at the time of establishing connection with MySQL using some MySQL connect function. So MySQL connect we have already used to connect with the database. Now to check the connect name, or by using the connection name, this particular parameter, we can have the name of the variable that is used at the time of establishment. So if we are considering the example, what are the variable we have used? That is dollar connection, dollar CONN. So it is our variable by which we have actually create or connect that have been used at the time of establishment connection. And database name, it will indicate the databases that we want to select. So these are the two parameters here actually present. So if the functions successfully execute, if the previous function of MySQL connect DB, then the database name and the connection name, if it is actually true, then it will have some value. Otherwise, it will have some false. So what are the example we can see there? The example we can see here that dollar connection with the name of MySQL connect. So here with in the first line, that is dollar connection MySQL connect, we are connecting with our database, that is the name of localhost and root. Then the name of DB dollar database, it is actually having the select function, it is working. So it is another variable, that is MySQL select DB my database, MySQL select DB my database. So here we are actually selecting that what database we want to select. And if the $db, if $db, it will be echo database selected successfully. So if that particular name of the database is actually present there, that the name of this my database, if it is actually present there, then if $db is true, then we can have the value of echo database selected successfully. So connection MySQL connect with the name of localhost and root, and database equal to MySQL select DB, that is the name of that my database. So if this $db is actually true, then we can echo database selected successfully, and otherwise it will error in selecting the database. Otherwise it will be error in selecting the database. Now the third function here it is present, that is that MySQL query. So MySQL connect, we have connect with our database. MySQL database, that we are connect with our database or to particular database, we are actually want to connect the database actually. Now the third one, MySQL query. So here we are going to query the function. This MySQL query function allows us to specify and execute this MySQL command on the server. So connected with the MySQL, the database have been connected. Now the query part. So this MySQL query function, this particular part will allows us to specify and execute the MySQL command on MySQL server. So how to execute that? We can see the syntax. The MySQL query bracket query and the connection name. MySQL query bracket the query and the connection name. So these two parameters, query and connection name, we can see here. First parameter, query. So what is the role of the query? That it indicates the MySQL command to be executed. So this query, it indicates the MySQL command to be executed. And second parameter we can see here, that is connection name. This connection name indicates the name of the variable that is used at the time of establishing the connection with the MySQL server with MySQL connect function. So query indicates the MySQL command to be, so whatever the query we want to execute, that will be the parameter, that parameter will be executed with the help of query. And connection name, it will be executed with MySQL connect, that first one we have actually used MySQL connect function to indicate the name of the variable that is used at the time of establishing the connection. So here we can see that first one, the connection have been created, dollar connection MySQL connect localhost and root. So here the connection is created. Second one, database. So here the database have been selected. So MySQL database, so my database and the dollar connection. So as I said previously, that the database, it will be indicating the database name and the connection name. So my database and the connection. And the third one, the CMD, it is another variable have been used for the query purpose. So create table. So here the query is to create table, something test. The name of the table is test with the value or attribute of ID integer, name And so these two particular columns have been added. So first one is ID, that is an integer, and the name. Second one is name, that is the varchar. So this query have been executed to create a table called test. So now if this particular command is true, cmd, the command is true, then the table will be created successfully. Otherwise, there will be some error. So we need to write the query. So whatever query we are actually trying to write, we need to check that the query have been written properly. Otherwise, it cannot be executed. So MySQL query the table test with the ID and the name. This particular column have been used here. Now, if this particular command is executed successfully, if the command is executed successfully, then the table will be created. So that's why the echo table created successfully. Otherwise, it will be false, as we know. So how to fetch row? The query have been done, connection have been done from previously, database have been added, the query is in the process. Now, how to fetch a row from this particular function with the help of some function. So what are the function have been used? MySQL fetch row function. MySQL fetch row function have been used to fetch some row from this particular database. So this function, MySQL fetch row, this particular functions allows us to retrieve a record from the record set that is returned from executing the MySQL query. So whatever the MySQL query we are actually executing here, it will allows us to retrieve a record. So when we are actually trying to retrieve some data, we are trying to write some function to MySQL fetch row function by which we can retrieve a record, So the record that is returned by this MySQL fetch row function, the record that is retrieved with the help of MySQL fetch row function is returned from executing the MySQL command using this MySQL query, or that form in the form of some numeric value. So the record is returned by the function is in the form of some numeric value, and it contains the index and value associated with the index, or index value we can say. So the syntax for some fetching that particular row, that is that MySQL fetch row function, and inside the function we are processing some variable name. Inside the function we are processing some variable name. So this variable name, the parameter that have been used here, the variable name, it indicates the record set that returned from executing the MySQL command of MySQL query function. So this variable name actually includes the record set that is returned. Now here as an example, we can say that first the connection have been created, that is the connection MySQL connect, it is the connection we have created. Then the database that has been added, that is the MySQL select DB. Then the third one, the query part, the query from select star from product master. So here a query is actually generated, that is select star from product master. So we have to select all the values, star actually indicating or denoting all the values from this product master. So a table have been added. So this particular result for this, that MySQL query. So what is the variable? What is the variable we have used to store the result of this particular query? That is our $query. $query, where we are actually trying to store the result. MySQL query, $query, and the $connection. So $query to get the outputs where the value have been retrieved or stored, and the connection that have been created first. So the answer is that MySQL fetch row result. Here the result then will be executed to get the value. Then the value, and lastly the answer we need to print. Lastly the answer we need to print, and at the end the connection have been terminated with the command of MySQL close and connect $con. So that is our variable where the connection have been created. So this is a simple example to fetch some row. This is a simple example to fetch some row from MySQL fetch row function. Similarly, with the help of this MySQL fetch row, we have some similar kind of function, that is the MySQL fetch array. The similar type of function we have been used, that is the MySQL fetch array. So here we can understand that the value of the array values will be retrieved from the data. So these functions, MySQL fetch array functions, allows us to retrieve a record from the record set that is written from executing the MySQL query. Here the value is that array result array, the value of the elements of the array. So it is in the form of the numeric or array, associative array, or both. So there is no record if there is no value is present. So here a syntax is given, that is that MySQL fetch array with the variable name and result array type with the variable name and the result array type. So the variable name here presenting that indicating the record set that is written from executing the MySQL command, and result array type, it is indicating the types of the array to be returned. So here we can see the following type of values. The following type of values here we can present, that is the result array type, that is MySQL. Just a minute. So this MySQL fetch array, here we can see that three types of things. MySQL assoc, that is that this type of array contains the name of the field and the value associated with the field of the current record. So MySQL assoc, that is the type of array contains the name of the field and the value associated with the field of the current record. MySQL num, it will array of contains index of the field and the value associated with the index of current record. And lastly the both. So here in the case of both, it will have the value of both assoc and num. So indicating the type of array to be written, it can have one of the following values. So result array type, there are three options available, and we can have any of the value, one assoc, num, and both. So assoc, it type of array contains name of the field, the value associated with the field for the current record, num, that is associated with the index, and both, that is actually for associative array and numerical array, if the default type is to be returned by this particular function. So again we can see the example. So the first 3 or 4 lines, you people already know, we have discussed that. First line, it is for using the connection, that is dollar connection, MySQL connect localhost and root. So we are connecting database, the selecting the database, and query, we are querying. So the same example from the previous one, that is selecting star from the product master, result the MySQL query, answer MySQL fetch array, and then particular thing have been associated. Now here three things, MySQL fetch assoc, the first one. These functions allows us to retrieve a record from the record set that is written from executing the MySQL query. So this MySQL fetch associated is actually allows us to retrieve a record from the record set that is written from executing the MySQL query in the form of associative array. So here the syntax is MySQL fetch associative variable name, returning the associative array that corresponding to the fetched row. So here we are actually fetching the associative value and getting the result. So MySQL fetch assoc, this particular functions allows us to retrieve a record from the record set that is written from executing the MySQL query in the form of associative array. Syntax MySQL fetch assoc with the variable name. Okay. Okay. One thing, for some particular reason I need to stop the class. Okay, there is some emergency, so I will continue the class with in my next class. Okay, so there is some medical emergency, so that's why I need to stop the classes. So uh, I am terminating the class right now. We will meet in our next classes. Okay, so those who are present in the class, I think there are 6 students are present. I will take the screenshot and I will mark your attendance, so don't worry on that. So thank you all for joining into the session. We will continue in our next classes. Okay.